Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I am doing well. Of course, we are back again for our weekly Stitch with Me. Can't believe it's Saturday already. Of course, it's not really Saturday. I'm stitching on a Thursday night, but we can pretend it's Saturday because, I'm hoping it's Saturday soon. Not that I want to rush life away, but that's all right. Anyways, I decided I had a little bit of extra time and I actually get to stitch some that I enjoy to stitch. Not that I don't enjoy all of my stitching, but I'm really enjoying stitching again on my owl. And as you can see, I'm stitching on my Riolis owl. I will show you what it will look like again when it's done here in a second. Let me finish this row. I stitched on him last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. I just wanted to make sure. So this is the Riolis owl and what it will look like when it is done. Again, it is a Riolis kit I purchased at Hobby Lobby on clearance. Riolis. It is using the woolen and acrylic yarns. Has 11 colors. If you remember, this is the one that down here last week I stitched it 2/1 and it was only supposed to be 1/1, and I quickly pulled that out last week and we're back to being 1/1. I am working, yesterday I filled in all of this up and through here, and I'm filling in up here right now. Do I want to do any more before I pull? So knew that was going to happen soon. Anyways, I am really much enjoying this because there for a while I was only stitching and working on, actually most of the week I didn't even get to stitch at all so far. I was working on finishing and doing work for the business, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like I was doing any stitching at all. So I finally feel like I finally get to do some stitching, and it's nice. And it's nice to be working on this piece again. And again, I said last week, this is one of my goals to finish before my birthday in June. I know, again, that is a tall order. I'm going to quickly flip this around and tie off this strand so that I can start a new one. How do I want to do this? Now, I will say, just to give you a little, since it is a Thursday evening, come on. We may be playing with some light shadows from the sun. I am not too sure what the light is going to do to me tonight. So we're going to play it by ear and see what's going to happen. I am hoping we have enough light to get through the Stitch with Me. The sun is just about ready to go behind the building across the way. So hopefully the light doesn't get too dark, that we can still see enough to get by with filming. Either way, we're going to make do because I'm going to film tonight. Also, another unorthodox filming caveat, you could say, I don't know, is that you might hear some, I don't know if you can hear it or not in the background, but I have the dishwasher running because my house was getting pretty backed up with dishes and messes, piles that I had to clean up, which is very much unlike me. I like to keep my house tidy and organized, but with all the things I had to do this week, I've been neglecting my household chores. And also, let me see, where am I at? You might hear the air conditioner running in the background because Mother Nature decided, and I know this is not unusual for the Eastern Seaboard, at least in the years previously, but Mother Nature has decided to go right from winter to scorching hot summer, which I'm not complaining about. I love the summer, and bypass spring completely. We were in the upper 80s today. And I have the air conditioning on. It also doesn't help that in the sun, I get the afternoon sun in my apartment and I have very little shade. So, and I'm on the second floor, so heat rises. What am I doing? How many do I need to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 3. 1, 2, 3. So with that, I do have the air on to cool down the house. And all day I did keep all the windows and the blinds shut, but it still gets to be quite warm in the house. So when I came home today, the house was at 78, so I turned the heat on. I turned the heat on. I turned the air on. I cooled the house down. I'm trying to cool the house down. And hopefully it will cool down enough so it's comfortable to sleep tonight. And I think tomorrow is supposed to be the hottest day of the week. But then next week I think goes back down to spring-like temperatures. There we go. So, another sign that it is, the breaking point of spring into summer is pollen. We have had an increase of pollen here in New Jersey, and I know the South had it earlier in, I think, maybe March, but today when I went out to my car, and probably it's because yesterday the heat broke and we had really warm temperatures, so all the flowers and trees were blooming really well, but 1, 2, 3, skip 2. My car was covered in a nice coating of green, like fluorescent green, yellow. And needless to say, my car is gray, like a charcoal gray color. Actually, very much like the color of the Lowry stand, I think is an accurate depiction of my car. And it was not that color this morning. So everyone's allergies are definitely acting up here in Jersey. So as I've been talking many times in my previous videos, we are getting closer and closer to the end of the school year. And with that, my job gets busier and busier as I am the co-chair for graduation and the grad trip. And it has been quite stressful this year, as it seems like everything continues to go awry. But finally, we are getting it organized. This year, our grad trip is going to be to a fairly local old-fashioned diesel train. We're going to take a ride on the train and have a catered lunch, and then return back to the school. So that will be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing that here in the coming weeks. So that is all organized. Graduation is finally starting to get the details worked out. Of course, we have another month and a half before that, so we have plenty of time to work those details out. And then finally, because along with all of that, we have graduation t-shirts that we usually have, and that has been the biggest headache of all this year. And usually that is the easiest, but finally today, after all the headaches, again, remember I'm talking Thursday, you're watching Saturday, so 2 days ago, I was able to get the details worked out and t-shirts ordered. So, and usually the t-shirts are the most fun for me because I get to go online to the t-shirt companies and design the t-shirt myself. But this year has been a lot of headaches. So that was not so much fun. But now that they're picked out and ordered, I can rest easy, and now all I have to do is pass them out whenever the shirts come in. And with summer coming, I get to start wearing shorts and t-shirts to work, which is a lot of fun. But that's not until the 15th of the month. So I am looking forward to that. Because who doesn't love wearing shorts and t-shirts to work for a few months? Of course, I don't always wear t-shirts every day to work, but it is a nice perk every once in a while. As a teacher, though, I try to dress up my shorts as much as possible. But I will tell you, I wear shorts most days. Because why not? If I can, I'm going to. My thread keeps getting caught on the screw for the Lowry clamp. 1, 2. So I hope you all are having a wonderful first week of nice weather, if you are finally having nice weather in your area. Or I'm sorry, in the southern hemisphere, if you are starting to see the hints of an incoming winter. I know this is also what is going on? what is happening here? Oh, I don't know. Okay. So I am going to be working on the owl for a little bit longer, and then I might move to Henry for a little bit to see if I can get some of that confetti done. And hopefully maybe I might get in the mood to work on some of that confetti. If not, I'm not going to force myself, but I would like to see if I can try to get some of that confetti done. Skip one. But again, I am very much enjoying working on the owl. It is a nice change of pace working on the Ada. One, two, three, four, five. Skip one. Getting ahead of myself here. This golden color of the wheat, or wheat color, has taken me longer than I expected it to, but I'm thinking the rest of the colors won't take quite as long now that I have the framework of the wheat built in. It's just a matter of the initial counting out, much like the confetti on the first color, or the first couple colors on a page. Once I have the initial colors, then the rest goes pretty quick. It's just getting that initial count. It's a lot of counting and all that on the first few colors. sometimes it's a challenge to decide which way do I want to go to make it the most effective for the thread that I'm not carrying too much. One, two. But I will say, as I've been stitching up this piece, it is stitching up a lot bigger than I initially had thought it was going to be. But that's okay. It's still a small piece in comparison to the other pieces that I typically stitch. So what I think I'm going to do, this might be a little bit shorter than my typical videos, but I think since I'm getting very close to a thread, the end of the thread, I'm going to finish out this thread, and then I think I'm going to end it there because I'm getting to a point where it's getting a little bit trickier to follow the pattern. So I'm going to say, have a wonderful week. Enjoy all of your stitching. I hope you're stitching lots of fun things. And I will see you in my next video. And don't forget to always be creative.